Assalamu alaikum. My name is Amna Chaudhary and my topic is glass industry. Today we learn about glass industry. In glass industry, we study about glass and how it is formed. First of all, we learn about its definition. Glass has two definitions by physically means and by chemically means. In physically, glass may be defined as rigid, undercooled liquid which have no definite melting point and have high viscosity. And the chemically glass is defined as is the mixture of non-volatile inorganic oxide, alkali and alkaline earth compounds, sand and other glass constituents. Composition of a glass. Glass consists of 70% sand, 15% soda ash, and 10% limestone. Formation of silica sand. How silica sand is formed? Naturally, silica sand is formed by mechanically and chemically weathering of quartz, and the chemically silica sand is formed by breakdown of minerals. How soda ash is formed? Formation of soda ash. Naturally, soda ash is formed by erosion of igneous rock from sodium deposit and transport by water as runoff and collect in basins when sodium comes in contact with CO2 and precipitate out sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate is formed by carbon dioxide when contact with sodium and it is formed soda ash. And the chemically soda ash is formed by Solvay process. Now we study about how lime is formed. Two types of lime is used in the glass industry: calcium hydroxide, yani hydrated lime, and the quick lime. Only quick lime can be used to make glass. Now we study about its properties. Properties of a glass. Glass has forming properties. Its capacity to absorb different colors, hardness, chemical inert, high refractive index, amorphous, brittleness, transparency, and translucence, dispersion, vertification, and electrical insulator. Amorphous. Amorphous means without shape or formed. It means glass has no definite shape or formed. Non-crystalline solid that lack long range of crystals order. Brittleness. A material is brittle if when subjected to stress it breaks without significant deformation. Transparency and translucence. When we study about its characteristics of transparency and translucence. In the field of optics, transparency is physically property of allowing light to pass through materials. Translucency allows light to pass through diffusely and capacity to absorb different colors without affecting transparency. The next property is dispersion. In optics, dispersion is the phenomena in which phase velocity or the wave depend upon its frequency, or alternatively, when the group velocity depend on the frequency. Media having such a property are termed dispersive media. And the next characteristic is vertification. Vitrification. Vitrification. Vitrification word is derived from Latin word vitrium, which means glass. Deformation of a substance into glass. Usually it is achieved by rapid cooling a glass liquid through the glass transition. Certain chemical reactions are also result in glasses. When glass is formed, a certain types of reaction occurs. Now we learn about its raw material, which are the raw material are used in the glass industry. Following are the raw materials which are used to prepare glass: sand, soda ash, form basic part of glass, sodium nitrate, acylate melting, calcium oxide, forms of basic part of glass, silica forms acid part of glass, barium sulfate which is remove impurities in the form of succum, and the feldspars, potassium oxide. Potassium oxide is used as a softening agent. Borax. Borax increase hardness or refractive index. Boric oxide. Boric oxide is used to improve chemically and corrosive resistivity. Now, you can see the diagram, flowsheet diagram of glass manufacturing. First of all the raw material are entered into the melting furnace. In the melting furnace, all the raw material crushed and mixed smoothly. And that after melting furnace, the material is goes to the glass forming. Glass forming chamber then goes to the finishing procedure and then annealing. Annealing is the process in which glass is formed into different shapes. After shaping the glass, and then glass is further finishing procedure is and then goes to the inspection and testing system. If the glass is desirable, and then goes to the packing and for storage or shipping. And if undesirable glass are obtained, and it is allowed to recycle again and cool it and crushing and again go to the melting furnace. Manufacturing process. Following steps are occurs in manufacturing of a glass. First, melting. Second, shaping and forming. Third, annealing. Fourth, finishing. Melting. Based on the type of glass, suitable glass manufacture material are selected. In the melting, we can select a suitable raw material. Raw materials are reduced in size by crushing and grinding. Raw material are now subjected to melting in furnace. Types of furnaces. Two types of furnaces are used to prepare glass. One, pot furnace. Second, tank furnace. What is pot furnace? Pot furnace is used for making the special glass like optical glass. Raw material are melted in pot furnace made of ceramic materials capacity varying from 1 to 2 tons and is used for small production batches. And the tank furnace is used for to prepare molten glass. Molten glass is obtained by melting raw material in 1500 to 1400 ton capacity regenerative tank furnace. And it can be used in continuous process. During melting of raw material, various reaction occur at various temperature. A lot of reaction occurs in furnaces. And the next step is shaping or forming. After furnaces, the glass is goes for the shaping or forming. Glass may be shaped by either machine or hand mold. Glass has are shaped by two methods, by machines and by hand. And the by machine is a time quickly method. The outstanding factors to be considered in machines molding is that the design of the glass machine should be such that the article is completed in few seconds. Through machine, we can prepare glass in a few seconds, but by hand modeling, it is a time taking procedure. During the relative short time, the glass changes from a viscous liquid to clear solid, and the design problem like flow of sheet, stability of metals, and clearance of bearing should be solved. Four cold process window glass, cold burn process window glass, continuous automatic process plate glass, and four process float glass, glass blowing bottles, and light bulbs and tubes. All of these forms is formed by shaping after melting the glass. Now we study about its annealing. Annealing is a process in which a slow temperature we can form the glass. To reduce internal stresses in annealing oven, walls are comparatively thick and cooling will not be even. The inner and outer skin of the glass become rigid, but the inner portion of the glass is in internal stresses. To reduce these internal stresses, uneven cooling develops. Glass passes through a layer from after removal the blow mold. Layer is a belt which is passing through controlled temperature over the 200 millimeter to 300 millimeter per minute. Glass temperature is raised to 565 degrees Celsius and then gradually cooled to room temperature, with all internal stresses reduced to safe level in about an hour. They exist. Improperly annealed glass are fragile and high breakage. And the next topic is finishing. All types of annealed glass must undergo certain finishing operation. These are cleaning, grinding, polishing, cutting, sandblasting, grading, but these are not required for every glass. One or most is almost necessary. Now you can see the diagram. First of all, raw material. Raw material is sent into the melting furnace. In melting furnace, at high temperature, all the raw materials was melt, and then it goes to the it passes through a layer belt. In the layer belt, glass goes to the liquid heater, combustion heater, in which temperature is controlled by different ways. And then glass goes for annealing, and then, after annealing, glasses goes for cutting. Glass types, polymer material. Two types of glass polymer: glass filled polymer, acrylic based material. Glass filled polymer. Glass filled polymer, glass filled plastic is a moldable composite material. It comprises short glass fiber. It is used to manufacturing a wide range of structural components by injection or compression molding. It is an ideal glass alternative that offers design flexibility, chemical durability, and chemical and shatter resistance. Second is acrylic based material. Acrylic sheet exhibit glass like qualities: clarity, brilliance, and transparency, but the half weight and many times impact resistance of glass. From durable signs and skylights to eye catching retail store fixtures, display, and shelves. Types of a glass. There are two types of glass: simple glass and special glass. In simple glass, float glass, light bulbs, glass tube glass are manufactured. But in special glass, fused silica glass, high silica glass, colored and coated glass, safety glass, fiberglass are manufactured. First of all, we study about simple glass. In simple glass, we give the example of float glass. Float glass. Plinkton Brothers in England. It implies the stank furnace melting system. Molten glass passes through a narrow canal which connect to the furnace and tin bath. Rate of flow is controlled by gate thus that spans the canal. Controlled heating melts irregularities and produce both side flat and parallel. The next is glass tubing. The Danner, the Danner process was developed for the continuous production of glass tubing and rods. Glass flow from a furnace in the form of a ribbon and pass through a revolving hollow pipe. at which temperature is 30 degree. Temperature, speed of drawing, volume of air blown, control the diameter and the wall thickness of tube. And the next is light bulb. Ribbon machine is used for this process. To make light bulb, ribbon machine is used. Ribbon of a glass is passed along a conveyor belt, heated in the furnace. Then blown by air, nozzle through the holes in the conveyor belt into the mold. Bulb envelope is formed. The filaments and its spores as assembled on the glass stem, which is fused to the bulb. Special glass. In special glass, we take the example of fused silica glass. Fused silica glass may be made by pure silica and manufactured by coding by high temperature pyrolysis of silica chloride. This process lends itself naturally to control, which permit chemically pure silica oxide, the raw silica produced in the form of plates or bolts. The high temperature give pure glass with low contaminants with ratio of 1 ratio 100. High silica glass. High silica glass is also known as wicker. It is important and advanced in the production of fused silica in composition and properties. The product contains 96% silica and 3% boric oxide and rest in alumina and alkali. Now we study about decorated and colored glass. Transparent colored glass are essential for science and technical use. There are three types. Color is produced by absorption of a certain light frequency, and the color is produced by colloidal particles, and the color is produced by microscopic particles, which may be colored themselves as selenium reds used in traffic lights. Safety glass. This is grouped in two types: laminated glass and tempered glass. Laminated glass. It consists of two sheets of thin plates, glass of 3 millimeter thickness, white center of the non-brittle plastic material. And the second is tempered glass. It is very strong and used in doors, window of vehicles, and it possesses high internal stresses. Fiberglass. A special glass, low in silica, is used for production of fibers. Efforts have been made to produce a fiber for the reinforce of concentrate that would not be attacked by and weakened by alkali. Different types of glass: float glass, frosted glass, laminated glass, decorative glass, reflective glass, and tint glass. Application and use of glass. Application and uses of glass. Glass is used in to prepare and manufacture tableware, drinking glasses, plate, cups, and bowls, and in uses in housing and building, like window, facades, conservatory, insulation, reinforcement structures, interior design and furniture, mirror, partition, etc. Glass is used in laboratory glassware like petri dish, test tubes, pipets, graduated cylinders, glass lined metallic containers for chemical processing, fractioning columns, glass pipes, gas and thermometer. Appliance and electronic like oven doors, cooktop, TV, computer screen, smartphones. Glass is used in the following non exhaustive list of products: packing, jar for food, bottles for drink, flagon for cosmetics and pharmaceuticals. Glass is used in automotive and transport like backlights, lightweight windscreens, but reinforced structure components of cars, aircraft, and ships. Glass is used in medical technology, biotechnology life, science engineering, and optical glass. Glass is also used in radiation protection from X rays and gamma rays. X rays mean radiology, and the gamma means nuclear. Glass is also used in iron optics cable like phone, TV, computer to carry information. Glass is used to renewable energy like solar energy glass and wind turbines. All of these made possible by countless properties of glass substance. Different types of lenses used in eyeglasses. There are different types of lenses which are used in eyeglasses. They are concave lenses, convex lenses, and cylindrical lenses. Concave lenses they are thinnest in the center, and the convex lenses they are thickest in the center. Concave lenses. Concave lenses these are thinnest in the center, and the numerical precipitation in diopters of is always marked within the minus symbol, and they are used these lenses is used to correct nearsightedness myopia. And the convex lens are thickest in the center like a magnifying glass. They are used to correct far sightedness hyperopia. The numerical prescription in diopters is always marked with the plus symbol. And the third one is cylindrical lenses. These curve more in one direction than in other. A cylindrical lens is a lens which focuses light into a line instead of a point, as a spherical lens would. These are used to correct astigmatism. Now you can see convex lens which are thickest in the center and is used for myopia. And the second is concave lens which is thinnest in the center and is used for farsightedness. And this is the diagram of cylindrical lenses in which a target point, a focal point, linear image, and a cylindrical lens is used. Environmental impacts of glass industries. Glass is not totally or an offensive material for environment. The major environmental impact of glass production is caused by atmospheric emission from melting activities. Making glass needs a lot of fuel, which increases carbon dioxide in atmosphere, which is directly responsible for greenhouse effect. Glass is not biodegradable, which is a big concern, but it is recycled, then it won't harm environment. Sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide from fuel and from decomposition of sulfate in the batch material can contribute to acidification. And nitrogen oxide due to high melting temperature and in some cases due to decomposition of nitrogen compound in the batch material also contribute to acidification and formation of smoke. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide are also causes acidification and formation of smoke. Evaporation from molten glass and raw material can cause the release of particles into the atmosphere. Glass jar will outlive generation of people simply by laying in landfill. It can also be kill wildlife, contribute to environment stressor through continuous recreation, and play a significant role in both air and water pollution when not recycled. Glass making involves mining raw material such as silica sand and dolomite, and that can release pollution which when inhaled can cause the lung condition silicosis. High temperatures are also need to melt these materials, a process overwhelming powered by fossil fuels. Compared to making glass from raw material for the first time, cullets melt. Cullets are the smaller pieces of a glass. Cullets melt at a low temperature. so we can save an energy needed to melt the glass. Glass produced from recycled glass reduce related air pollution by 20% and related water pollution by 50%. Glass industry in Pakistan. The manufacturing unit of glass industry in Pakistan are 4 decades old and they have limited themselves to produce the of basic type of glass. Ended glass, laminated glass, toughened glass, coated mirrored glass. While the bulk of demand for the quality products in the industry, commercial construction and residential sector is filled by imported counterparts. There is limited demand for expensive quality glass in country, which has restricted glass sector to set up high cost glass units. The industry has therefore preferred to manufacture the inexpensive basic glass products which could be consumed locally. Pakistan also export glassware products to the United Arab Emirates, Iran, South Africa, Oman, Bangladesh, Belgium, and other countries. Pakistan exported glass products of worth million in 2010 to the world during the same year, making it fifth largest export destination. Pakistan has exported 3 million worth of the glass products to India. Demand side demand side of the sector glass manufacturing is well known energy intensive industries comprising of manufacturers in the subsegments producing 90% for local market. Demand for glassware has shown as rising trend due to increase in population or income level. Pakistan exported glass products of worth $10 15 million to the world in the year 2010. Pakistan also import glass raw material which is used in the production of highly quality tablewares for export. Pakistan has imported glass products during the same year. Supply side of the sector in this year alone, glass industry has undertaken production of different glass products worth $81 million, contributing 1.9% to the total manufacturing glass sector's value. There are more than 35 glass works in Pakistan producing sheet glass, glass containers, electrical glass tube, bulbs, neutral glass, glassware. The production capacity of a unit ranges between 15 tons to 250 tons per day. Most of the units are located near the source of raw material. Gas is a primary fuel used in the production of a glass. Over 80% of the manufacture rely on natural gas. Pakistan production of glass could go higher if impediments such as high cost of imports, non-existence of strict anti-dumping law, existing of special concession in customs duty on imports of some glass products and other matters are resolved in the flavor of sector. Ganj Glass Works Ltd, one of the largest glass industry in Pakistan, and Ganj Glass Work and its sisters concern Ali Glass Industries are leading name in the glass manufacturing industry of the country. These industries manufacturing world class glass using Belgian technology on European Japanese plant. Production capacity of the plants is approximately 200 tons per day. In addition to glass manufacturing, a safety and decorative glass division of our glass processing is also in operation to produce very high quality value added glass. You can see internal strength and weakness of a glass industry. In the internal strength, financially strong, educated and enthusiasm management, product quality, very good working environment, labor force, state of art technology, very good relationship and with suppliers. And the internal weakness, salary issue, high running cost, reporting structure, lack of technical empties, and accountability. Different glass industry. Glass manufacturing industry. You can say in the diagram, glass is manufactured in the industry. Now you can see float glass industry. This is an industry in which float glass is prepared. Digital glass industry. It is an industry in which digital glass is prepared. Pharmaceutical glass industry. Pharmaceutical glass industry in which pharmaceutical glass are used, which is used in pharmaceutical glass is prepared. Pharmaceutical glass is used in laboratory, labs, and machines. Laminated glass industries. In the laminated glass industries, raw material, tempering, bottle cutting and laminating, packing and grinding and packing. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.